Thank you. Good morning, and I would like to thank the Philippine Sports Commission and the Women in Sports for the invitation and being a part of this advocacy. Okay, for this morning, I was tasked to discuss with you about the key or the tips on how to embrace golden years with ease, grace, and ease. So our objective is to discuss trust strategies for senior citizens on how to keep themselves healthy as they age. Okay. Now, um, there's a saying that establishing health lifestyle behaviors throughout your life influences optimal aging. So for today, we are going to discuss the key on how to embrace the golden years as we go along. Okay, so the first one is attitude is everything, eating healthy, get fit, brain health, be social, tune in to times, stay safe, know your numbers, manage your stress, sleep, and taking time for you. Okay, so according to Seneca, a Roman philosopher, as for old age, embrace and love it. It abounds with pleasure if you know how to use it. The gradually declining years are among the sweetest in the person's life. So while you age, don't lose hope. No, there's hope. So what you only need to do is to embrace and love it and to know how to be useful at your golden age or golden years. Okay. So the very first key is of aging before anything else is to check your attitude. They said that attitude is everything. Okay. That is the power of mind over the body. Okay. So we have to maintain a positive attitude in order to gain an optimal aging. So the first we do is accept change. No, there is a most of us probably have heard the serenity prayers, and it says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, so there is a lot of wisdom in that prayer. So that says, trust God. You have to accept any change in your life. Now, the second thing is ageism. Ageism is the negative stereotyping of older adults. Yun yung parang yung negative discrimination, negative generalization or negative concept of the elderly. So usually ang tawag natin pag umiidad, amoy lupa, matandang hukluban, mga ganun. So mga negative attitude or negative attitude natin towards our senior citizen. Okay? So the next is stay mentally healthy. So meaning, we have to watch out for depression. Usually, as you go along, as you grow, as you age, especially yung mga merong death of a spouse, loss of the independence, you have a health problems, you become parang physically disabled. So depression comes in. So depression is not a part of a normal, take note, depression is not a normal or necessary part of aging. Okay, so we might as well do something, manage our depression or negative aspect in our lives. And the fourth one is do things that makes you happy. Okay, so choose to be happy. Remember, no, what they said about mind over the body, diba? So another tip is do something you love every day. I mean every day, huh? And then you can do this by making friends, communicating, make some communications. But right now po medyo mahirap makipagkaibigan sa mga kapitbahay. because of the social distancing, physical distancing that we are having right now. But I think there are a lot of ways wherein we could make friends, no? Later on, we will be discussing about that, okay? Next is eating smart and healthy. So there are ways to be healthy, no, through our nutrition. So we have to examine our relationship with the food. We have to eat a variety of nutritious food, and please don't skip breakfast. Okay, you have to control a portion. Some all these with old adults would take a lot of food, a lot of eating, overeating, iba naman undereating. So just take it everything in moderation, okay? Now, next is drink more water, and as much as possible, avoid alcoholic beverages, especially in your 50s and beyond, no? And then you have to fight for cholesterols, okay? And then next is say no to excess sodium. There are some regions who are really very maalat, salty na ang pagtimpla ng kanilang mga pagkain. So always bear in mind, no to the excess sodium. Then also consume less sugar, okay? And then carb up the healthy way. You eat carbs that are good enough, no? And then count on your calories. Be aware of the calories that you are putting in your body, okay? The next is get fit, okay? So this is another key to embrace your golden years. Be physically active. Actually, there are 4 categories of exercise we have. It is divided into 4. The first one is the balance. So when we talk of the balance, it would help you prevent falls. Okay, these are common to our older adults. So mamaya minsan nakikita natin na pinupunta ang mga pasyente sa hospital because of the falls incident. This is the major cause of the broken hips. Okay, so there are exercises that we can do for the exercises when it comes to balance, no? So this has something to do with yoga, the Tai Chi, if you heard about that. Tai Chi is the moving meditation, and it involves the shifting of your body slowly, gently, precisely, while breathing deeply. Yan. Okay, so Tai Chi and yoga. Another type of exercise are those with the endurance exercises. It would increase your breathing and your heart rate. So an example are yung mga aerobics, yung mga aerobic movements, no? This can improve our health or your lungs and the circulatory system as well as your heart, okay? An example is our walking, jogging, dancing, swimming, climbing, meron ding biking. Okay? So try to be active throughout the day and then avoid sitting. Avoid sitting for a longer period of time. Sabi nga sa DOH, sa Department of Health, galaw-galaw, baka pumanaw. Yan yung advocacy ng Department of Health. So dapat we have to avoid sitting for a long period of time. Okay. The next is strength training. Okay. This has something to do with building your muscles, and you need this for a good circulation to maintain your healthy weight. Okay. So this would also prevent, other studies would suggest that this would prevent progression of osteoporosis. So an example is yung strength. We have the lifting, pushing your free weights. You have to pull the resistance bands, okay? And mga, kung kaya, yung strength training equipment sa mga fitness center or a gym, kung kakayanin. And then we need to be flexible. Stretching exercise, the last, no? It's the stretching exercise. keep your body flexible by stretching the muscles and tissues, and that holds your bones together. Okay, so an example ng stretching, you have to do some stretch exercises that includes your shoulder, your back, the upper arm. You need to have a calf stretch and hamstring stretch. Yan. So baka later on we can have some demo on that in the future. Now, how much exercise do you need? Our goal is 150 minutes per week. So paano yun? 150 minutes per week. So that can be about 20 minutes a day. A day, 7 days a week. 7 minutes a day, 7 days a week. Or it can be 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Pwede rin siyang 50 minutes a day, medyo mahaba, pero 3 days a week. Okay? So at least you have to break down. Now, break down into 10 minutes segments. Yun siya. Okay? Now, another is physical activity in your life. Include physical activity in your life. And when you say this, we mean make it a priority. Dapat it would be a part of your routine, no? And then make it easy. Yung physical exercise natin or physical activity should be easy for you. Make it social, make it interesting, fun, and always, don't forget, always bear in mind, since it's COVID pandemic, you have to do it with the physical distancing, and then medyo you can much better siguro kung we'll do it outside, no? Okay? Next is the use of your brain. Ayan, socialization. No, you have to be ngayon, socialization, we can use our computer, our laptops, internets, phone. Yun, that's the way we can do the socialization, and also with the family member as well. Mental stimulation, we can have playing cards, no, Sudoku. Kung marunong na tayo mag-Sudoku, we can do some Sudoku. Okay? Next is physical activity. We mentioned it already. And then the brain. Sorry. Where's that? Nutrition, and then good sleep. Okay? Okay. Next is, yeah, I mentioned about this, be social. That would decrease depression, no? Make a relationship, social experiences, activity that would contribute to physical, mental health, and well-being, happiness, and this would also decrease your depression. Okay. So I said earlier, you can shift to exercises in the brain, broadens the social, and then we can also do with, we can use our cell phones, no? Cell phones, smartphones, video games, listening to a good music, and listening to the current events. Sabi nga nila na old dogs can learn new tricks. Okay? And don't forget to be safe. Okay, stay safe. So we have masks, we have face shield. We can use our you can use your helmets for motor vehicle safety. Yeah, so that can be one of the keys. Okay, and then know your numbers. Ano ba yung mga important numbers nating malaman? Of course, when you go to the hospital, you will better know ano ba ang cholesterol natin. So if it's more than 200, delikado na yan. That's more than more than the normal. So we have to really taper down our fat intake, cholesterol intake. The triglycerides of more than 150 is already less than 150 dapat lang, no? Pag more than 150, that's abnormal. The blood pressure should be at least 120 to 120 over 80. The blood sugar should be less than 100. The body mass index should be 18 to 25. and our waist circumference for men should be less than 40 and then less than 35 for the women. Okay, now, as I said earlier, you have to manage your stress. Now, how can you manage your stress? You change the situation. How can you manage the situation? You have to avoid the stressor. Dalawa lang kasi yan, stressor at saka, you have to avoid and accept. So you change the situation, you have to avoid the stressor and alter the stressor. Now, you change also your reaction. Paano? You accept the stressor and adapt to the stressor. Okay? That is how to manage your stress. Don't forget also to set aside your relaxation time. Connect with others. And don't forget yung sense of humor. Okay? That will unload your burden. Somehow, do something that you enjoy every day. As mentioned, no, kanina. Now, problem sometimes sa mga golden years, medyo nagdi-decrease na po yung time natin sa ating pagtulog. So you need to have a good sleep, a quality sleep, no good quality ng sleep nito. And it is really very important because it is used for learning, memory, it can be for our metabolism and weight, for mood, heart health, and disease prevention. So it's really very important na magkaroon tayo ng enough sleep. Now, for a sleep recommendations, we can use your bed. Use your bed for sleep and sex only. Okay? Now, ditch the screen. Some people would really go to sleep with monitors or with their cell phones. So, medyo mahihirapan talaga tayong matulog. Yan. And then restrict your time in bed if time spent in bed is lying awake. And then you exercise in the afternoon or early evening. Okay? Avoid caffeine. No caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol before going to bed. Then try to go to bed at the same time every night. So if, for example, every 9 o'clock, tulog na tayo. Yun na parang mayroon na tayong alarm sa ating. Then wake up the same time every morning. And keep in mind that daytime naps affects the nighttime sleep. So minsan kasi when we sleep, when we have a nap that is more than an hour, minsan up to 4, syempre naaapektuhan natin yung sleep natin sa gabi. Okay? So this one is take time for you. Me time, sabi nga, me time together with your loved ones, together with your spouses, ganyan. And then have a relaxation time, relax, laugh, and then create a bucket list. Okay? Be physically active. Sige. So, aging is inevitable. It's an inevitable process, talagang dadating sa buhay ng bawat isa sa atin ang aging. But by embracing a healthy lifestyle throughout life, you will have a greater ability to engineer a positive approach to aging process. Okay? So, in summary, we've been talking more about lifestyle. I will just give you the 8 principles of healthy lifestyle, which is from the Weimar Institute in California. New Start. N starts meaning nutrition. E stands for exercise. W stands for water. S for sunshine. T, temperance. A, air. R for rest. And trust in God. Okay? So, in conclusion, in the end, Abraham Lincoln says, it's not the years in your life that counts. It's the life in your years. Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Floresita. It's nice to have you here on our show. Now, okay, so I have here a few questions about aging gracefully. One of my first question is, why is gender-focused healthcare important for women? Is gender really that important?
Okay, it is important, the gender-focused healthcare is important for women because obviously men and women are different, right? So, uh, what I mean, they are, the healthcare is really designed to meet the unique healthcare needs of our women. So there are, during this time, may mga health issues tayo or health experience. Like for example, iba nga ang makeup ng genetic makeup or the of the composition of the women. So like for example, yung hormonal imbalances. So in hormonal imbalances, we have a symptoms of menopause, no? So may mga menopause, we have breast cancer, we have more of osteoporosis. So I think we have to talk about and take care of the health of the women when it comes to healthcare issues. Basically, because of the difference in the, what do you call this, the hormones, genetic makeup of the hormonal imbalances. Okay, so sometimes we have, so babae, we have hot flashes, meron tayong night sweats, we have a vaginal dryness, and then we are more prone of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other health problems. Okay.
Wow, that's very interesting how, you know, healthcare for men and women are quite different as they age. Now, let me ask you this. How can aging women practice active aging?
Okay, as I've said earlier, um, the lifestyle factor has a big contribution to a better health. So I've mentioned earlier the new start, but more, I think we have to go more on the yung physical activity. No? It's important for us not to neglect the physical activity. So at least you have to go for walking most of the time. So sabi nga natin, galaw-galaw. Okay? Now, don't forget also to engage in social activities. You need to have a communication and socialization in our lives, no? And then don't forget to eat healthy food. Yung mga veggies, vegetables, you have to need fruits and vegetables that are very nutritious. And at least we have to be positive, always positive about aging. Okay?
Of course, it's not advisable for older people to live alone. So, how can caregivers better support women in their aging years?
Okay. So, alam natin na as you grow old, yung mga aging women ay manipulative, right? Diba? So, aside from, mahirap to sa caregiver eh. So, aside from physical support na binibigay ng caregiver sa older adults, kailangan din natin yung emotional needs i-address natin. It's the major concern. So, the caregiver must be a good listener, no? Listen to the stories of the aging patients natin or the aging women, and then simply answer their questions. What counts best is the attitude, no? Dapat po pasensyosa, no? We need to have a patience. It's extremely important, no? It's a must. And then one must be effective in communication, no? Dapat meron din po siyang positive attitude and also a good sense of humor.